Insights with Terri Coots, a weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Coots. Here's Terri.
Hi everyone, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Thanks for joining me. We are going to explore together June the 28th through July the 5th, 2026. Let's see what's ahead for us. Now we're still in that Cancer energy, and that's all about family and love and support of each other, enjoying each other's company. We have a Mercury retrograde in Cancer that occurs on the 29th technically, but many of my sensitive people out there will start feeling it ahead of time. I have, and I'm thinking there are other people that started experiencing it ahead of time. Be careful with your car, your computers, anything electronic can just be silly. How you present your car in traffic. People are making mistakes. It's our mind and how we process things, and it's going backwards. So we'll make mistakes. And so just if it's something really important, then really pay attention to it and make sure that it's correct. This is a time that, we might leave the burner on the stove or make a terrible judgment in traffic. Not maybe pay attention to the dog and the dog gets away. It's a time that we're just not our good selves mentally. So if you know that, just be aware of it. Take care of it. I know my memory is not what it used to be, and so I'm not fooling myself during this time. I will not say to myself, oh, you'll remember, you'll get it later. No, I will not remember, and I'm not getting it later. I'm going to forget, so let's go do it now. And so just take precautions with this time, and know that you're not the only one here. Other people will be making mistakes too. And so you'll be part of, generously, you can be part of their mistake. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is in Leo. So that means that technically many of us will want to feel good about ourselves. We'll try to be doing things that make us feel that we matter, that we're valid, or that we register on the Richter scale. When you know that that's occurring, maybe you can stretch yourself out and help other people feel good about themselves. Find something sincerely that is good about them, or something that they're interested in that you can ask a question to make themselves feel good about them. Support the people around you. Validate the people around you. Help them. You be the stepping stone to help them feel good about themselves. I have translated that to my animals. Right now, I am spending special attention with them, really, really sincerely telling them what a great job they did, and touching them and letting them feel that I honestly and earnestly love them and respect them. This isn't about a pet. It's not about that. It's about a companion, a partner. My animal is a big part of my life, and I'm explaining to them the only way I can with actions and touch, and actually the way we think, because that radiates, that they are valued by me. So when they go and find an egg for me, even though it might be cracked, I make a big fuss over them, and then we have this big flurry to the candy jar. If they are working on a specifically difficult exercise, I make sure that they know that I really am appreciating the effort that they're doing, and it's making a difference in my energy, and they'd like to take part in that. And do this with your humans too. I have a dog right now that's not doing well, and has to take a whole wheelbarrow full of medication, and she's not hungry, and trying to get her to take this and shoving it down her throat is just horrible. It's just horrible. But we've been working on, oh, good girl for taking that pill. You are such a little trooper. Good for you. And then she tries a little harder, and then I can get the next pill down. And when I'm scrambling the eggs for her, she's right there, and I'm saying, and she's not hungry. I'm scrambling the eggs. This is going to be for you, just you. You're the only one that's going to get this. And then I let them cool off, and I'll wrap the pill in some of the scrambled egg. And she'll take it, and I get all happy, and it just makes me feel so good. And it really does make me feel good because she took those pills without us having to get into a thing. So that's what they want us to do, is look at how can you help? How can you support another person? How can you elevate the good feelings that another person should feel about themselves, or an animal, or anything, a plant? They have feelings too, you know. And Mars. Mars is the planet of our drive, our passion. That's in Gemini. So this is all about communicating. It's all about thinking. And yeah, it's scary. It's scary because with Mercury, the planet of the mind, in retrograde, and Mars, the planet of our drive, in a Mercury-ruled planet, do I have to explain this? So we're going to have a push-pull, tug, pull back kind of energy field. And try to be aware of your thought patterns. So let me see. What would be a good example? Okay, last night, I know it's going to get hot this week. So last night I had to do some trimming. And this particular machine that I'm working with is very difficult and makes me sweat a lot. And it's hard. And I thought, 20 minutes. Just do it till the gas tank's empty. That's only going to be 20 or 25 minutes. You can do this. No, I can't. I can do it tomorrow. I'll have time tomorrow. No, you know you're not going to have time tomorrow. You know that. That's going to put pressure on yourself. So I'm having this discussion, this Gemini discussion. In the end, I just said, do it. Just do it. So I did. I took 20 minutes, I got it done, sweated all over the place, got grass on my face, grass in my eyes, all over, under my bra, everything. Knew I was going to have to have a shower now, second one that day, but I got it done. I got it done, so I didn't let Mercury retrograde stop me. Maybe I can't start it, maybe my arms aren't strong enough to pull that cord. Well, maybe they are strong enough. Mercury retrograde would say no. Gemini says, try it. Just try it. Try it a different way if you have to. Oh, it's going to be hard pushing it. Yes, it is, but those are the calories that you can now eat butter pecan tart later. So this push-pull energy is going to be there trying to get you to defeat yourself and or be the winner that you know you can be and should be. Now, our vulnerable body parts at the beginning of the week are going to be our joints. So watch your animals for a little bit stiffness or soreness, more particular to this time. If you need to give them something like turmeric or glucosamine and chondroitin, or yourself, and I would like you to explore DMSO if any of you are looking at an amazing miracle type of rub that you can put on your joints. This stuff is amazing. There are two schools of thought with DMSO. But if you do your research, you'll make the right decision however you decide to do it. But joints are going to be a huge thing this week. So be prepared to be a little on the sore side. Towards the end of the week, be really careful. There's an energy that could contribute to turning an ankle or pulling the calf muscle or having spasms. So feet, calf, ankles, that's going to be a vulnerable part towards the end of the week. Take care of those babies. We need them. And some of the cards that were pulled this time are suggesting that we will have some challenges, absolutely yes, in the next little bit. But the challenges are made, and these are major cards, the challenges are made for us to be uncomfortable, to then make us search for something that's better, to take that uncomfortable situation and forcing us to make it better and turning that into success or victory. And so let's take my grass cutting episode. It turned into victory, turned into success, psychologically, physically, everything. So you're going to be challenged with situations that will feel like they're too much for you. They aren't too much unless you let them be too much or you make them be too much. And success is at the end here. Just a quick little story. I had a truck driver come in to drop off the dog food. I've been getting it for 4.5 years, about once a month or so. This guy said, I'll just drop it right here. I said, no, it's got to go in the porta storage. I can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? Why can't? The angles are all wrong. I said, you could land a Boeing 747 here. But he was all set to fail. No, can't do it. I'm going to smash up the tailgate. This is a bigger truck than I'm used to. Blah. There was all kinds of reasons he was going to fail. I won't tell you what was going on in my mind. What I ended up saying is, you're really going to let a little old lady hand bomb 2,770 pounds alone and by herself because you won't try? Anyway, after a little bit of a conversation, he did try. And ultimately, he was successful. It wasn't smooth. Nothing worth anything is ever smooth. But he did it. And he left here in victory. And he was so determined. I have not seen a person that determined to fail in a long time. Now, I use this term in kindness, I want you to understand. That was the picture, he was the picture of a loser. I don't mean loser. I mean a person that was already setting himself up to lose, to be defeated, to not get any better than he is, to never have a successful situation turn out successfully. And because I'm a bitch, and I wouldn't let that happen, possibly because I'm self-involved and didn't want to hand bomb all those bags, or maybe I have a good enough heart that I wanted him to have a better day. Who knows? Bottom line is, we both won. And that's what this is all about. This is about turning potential failure into success and celebration and victory because we can, and not focusing on what we can't do. So my little dog that's having difficulties is having difficulties walking. My support of her is helping her. She can't do all the stairs in the house right now, but she can do the ramp. And I'm supporting her in that. And the more she gets to do it, the better her muscles are. And the more she sees victory, instead of just standing there with her face hanging out saying, I can't, I help her do it. So then she's successful. And with my fingers crossed and all my heart, I'm hoping we will have more successes in her rehab. The next energy field here that we'll be looking at is resources. That's money, security, comforts, health, body. You don't need me to tell you that it is limited right now, and it's going to be limited, and it's going to feel limited for many of you. The success part of this is how do we work within the limits, knowing they're going to be temporary, but being realistic too. So I've had to be more careful about what I think I need as opposed to what I want. I'm trying to be more grown up about how my financial resources are spread out. So this is kind of what this is. So know that it's not a punishment for us. What it is it's maybe teaching us. I've learned all kinds of tricks and relearned tricks that my grandmother used to use that worked really well, and I'm rediscovering it, and it's saving money. And it's a little bit more of an investment in physical because I have to work a little harder. I've rediscovered cast iron pans so we don't get the microplastics. I'm looking at how can I freeze things. Like I make my own dog food in many cases. How do I freeze things without the plastics? And more things are coming up. Going back to my grandfather, that we salted the pork and we had a root cellar. And they didn't have... They had an ice box. I remember the ice box. I don't know if you kids even know what an ice box is. It's a box that you put ice in. That's your refrigerator. So not a lot of things were put in the refrigerator because there wasn't one. But there's ways of preserving without killing yourself. And maybe we need to go back and explore some of these options. And I'm looking at it as more fun, more of a challenge, more of a learning experience. And maybe some of you are going to be challenged. You might not have to go back to icebox stage, but you may have to look at how do I pull things in? Do I really need to have Disney, Paramount on the internet with Netflix and BritBox and blah, 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 blah? Or, I don't know, maybe I could read a book. for a little bit. You know, maybe where can I be a little bit more adult and responsible? And that's what they're going to get us to look at. So the challenges aren't to hurt you. They may hurt, but they're there to help make you a different way of thinking and a different way of processing and a different way of working through situations so that you can brag to your grandchildren about how amazing you were during these difficult times. Good on you. All right, folks, that's all I'm going to do sermonizing for you for this week. I hope you have a lovely week and you get some real good lessons that you can use and make you feel better. And I would like to take this moment to thank Charlie O'Brien for putting this up. He's really struggled with his computer, but I think Charlie won computer 0. So I think Charlie won. And do yourself a favor and go to his number 8 radio. That's big8radio.com. He streams all the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Whoa, good music. Alrighty. Thanks again, everybody. And if you would like a reading for yourself or any help with your animals, I would be happy to be there for you. Thank you for the opportunity. 519-726-6699. Or you can email me at terri.coutts@gmail.com. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Visit Terri's website at terriworld.com. TERRI world.com.